The wealthiest NFL owners. Professional sports are a business. However, not everyone has the opportunity to audition for an NFL team. Business executives who own a basketball, baseball, football, or soccer team receive an unspoken elite status. The owners of these NFL teams have recently had even more reason to rejoice, as the league just inked new television rights deals totaling more than $100 billion over the next 10 years. They're also negotiating for data rights for $100 million each year. But who are the ones profiting the most? Who are the wealthiest NFL owners? Let's find out that and much more in today's video. But before we start, please leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notifications bell for more amazing videos. And without further ado, let's get started. Terry Pegula, $5.7 billion. Pegula is more than a remote billionaire with a penchant for buying NFL clubs. He gained his wealth in the natural gas industry, and through the controversial method of fracking, he built a multi-billion-dollar empire. In 2010, his firm East Resources sold the majority of its assets to Royal Dutch Shell for $4.7 billion. After winning a difficult bidding process, he and his wife Kim purchased the NFL club in 2014 for $1.4 billion. Since then, the club's value has more than doubled. Rock artist Jon Bon Jovi and real estate billionaire Donald Trump were among the bidders for the franchise in 2014. He purchased the team with the promise that they would remain in Buffalo, where they'd played since Jack Kemp was their quarterback in the old AFL in the 1960s. Arthur Blank, $7.6 billion. After being fired from managerial positions at a hardware store chain that ultimately went out of business, Blank co-founded the Home Depot with partner Bernie Marcus in 1978. He served as president of the Home Depot for nearly 2 decades before taking over as CEO for 4 years and resigning in 2001. In 2002, he purchased the Falcons for $545 million, and the team's currently worth more than $3.2 billion. Blank is said to be one of the latter and is someone who anyone would like to work for. Sadly, Blank's decency has not resulted in a Super Bowl championship. They came close once, leading a Super Bowl 28-3 in the fourth quarter before blowing the game's largest lead to Tom Brady and the Patriots. Shahid Khan, $8.2 billion. Khan is a Pakistani-American businessman who owns the Flex and Gate Auto Parts manufacturing in Illinois. While the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise value is projected to be $2.8 billion, ranking them 26th in the NFL, it's a drop in the bucket compared to the fortune Shahid Khan has amassed over the years. Urban Meyer was chosen by Khan to lead the Jaguars, making him one of the highest paid coaches in the league. Khan's net worth and the team's value are expected to climb in the future years, thanks to the construction of a new $120 million practice facility and the addition of quarterback Trevor Lawrence as a new face for the franchise. Robert Kraft, $8.3 billion. Kraft began his career working for his father in Packaging Laws Company before going on to form International Forest Goods, a paper products company. He then bought out his father in business laws and merged the two, creating one of the world's major providers of paper and packaging materials. He purchased the Patriots for $175 million in 1994, and the team is now worth $4.4 billion after winning 6 championships in the last 2 decades. He won a Super Bowl in his first year away from Foxborough, making Kraft and Belichick appear a little befuddled. Whatever happens to this squad, Kraft will be credited with building the greatest NFL dynasty since Vince Lombardi's Packers. Stephen Ross, $8.3 billion. Ross is a state developer in the United States. He's the chairman and majority owner of the Related Companies, which was created in 1972 and is a global real estate mogul. In 2008, he purchased half of the Miami Dolphins. Then in January 2009, he purchased the remaining 45% of the team and its stadium. He's a former tax attorney who started his own real estate company with a $10,000 loan from his mother in the 1970s. Related Companies now owns a portfolio of assets worth more than $60 billion, including major developments like Time Warner Center and Hudson Yards in New York City, as well as stakes in luxury fitness brands Equinox and SoulCycle, which has recently faced backlash as a result of Ross's fundraising for President Donald Trump. Jerry Jones, $10.4 billion. Jones's inclusion among the wealthiest NFL owners shouldn't come as a surprise. The Dallas Cowboys topped Forbes' list of most valuable NFL franchises before the 2021 season, with a valuation of $6.5 billion. It's one of the reasons why Jerry's World and the Star in Frisco were founded by Jones. The Cowboys are expected to be worth $7 billion in 2022 as they compete for a Super Bowl. He purchased the Cowboys for $140 million in 1989 and has guided them through a remarkable 3-decade run that's included 3 Super Bowl victories, while increasing the team's value to $5.5 billion, according to Forbes, which is among the highest of any NFL team. He's now worth billions, as he inherited millions of dollars from his father's insurance company and used the money to build his own successful oil and gas exploration company, which provided him with the funds to purchase the Cowboys. Jones's oil and gas company, Comstock Resources, paid $2.2 billion for rival Covey Park Energy in 2018. Stanley Kroenke, $10.7 billion. He owns Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, which owns Arsenal FC, the Denver Nuggets, the Colorado Avalanche, and the Los Angeles Rams. In the 1970s, Kroenke founded a real estate development company that built retail malls and apartment buildings. He's married to Ann Walton, a Walton family heiress and Walmart owner. Stan Kroenke's decision to transfer the St. Louis Rams to Los Angeles is paying off, but it will come at a larger cost than he anticipated. The city's lawsuit against Kroenke in the NFL is advancing swiftly, years after the team unexpectedly left St. Louis. Kroenke offered St. Louis $100 million to end the legal battle in exchange for covering legal fees and a private settlement. The city, on the other hand, is asking for more, and they'll get it in an out-of-court settlement. David Tepper, $15.8 billion. Tepper is the richest man of the NFL. He owns the Carolina Panthers and is a hedge fund manager. In Miami Beach, Florida, he's the founder and president of Appaloosa Management. He's one of the top 150 wealthiest people on the planet, according to Forbes. In 2022, Tepper will be on an even higher footing. Last year, he wasn't afraid to give part of his money away. He gave more than $20 million to COVID-19 aid, $567,000 in scholarships to the University of South Carolina, and provided school supplies for 15,000 children. The 63-year-old Panthers owner should certainly be pleased with his own financial status, and even more so with the direction he's taking the team following the Sam Darnold deal. Well, that's all for today's video, guys. Which among the billionaire stories do you like? Which among them got your interest the most? Comment below, let's engage. Also, please leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos.